What is up, family? It is your boy Prodigy, and this is the Vikings versus the Bears. Tonight, Monday Night Football. It's going to be a good game, man. It's a good one. It is at 5:15 p.m. West Coast, 8:15 Eastern. So before we get into right into it, man, I'm going to go on my juice box a little bit and explain some things. All right, recap of last night. If you go back, you can go back to my old videos. I want you guys to understand a couple things. Recap from last night. Money line. The money line was minus 125 Ravens and baby plus 105, plus 110 Bills. And they kept jumping back and forth, Ravens, Bills, literally all day as the public's money jumped. One thing I want you guys to understand is how to read lines. The total was at 50.5. Ask yourselves, why were you on the money line? Especially, it don't matter if you was on the Ravens or the Bills and you won money. Why were you on the money line that game? The total was 50.5. What does that tell you? What does that tell you, man? In order to be a great sports bettor, you have to understand things like this and understand how to read lines. You have to understand these things. 50.5, what does that tell you? The value is not on the money line. The value is not on the over and under. I don't know too many people that is going to take an over on 50.5. You got to think logically, man. These sportsbooks do these things on purposely. Think about it. 50.5. What is that telling you? That's literally the highest total on the night. What does that tell you? It's going to be a high offensive game. So where is the value? The value is in the game. Literally in the game. If you took the value, and what do I mean by in the game? Player props. That's where the value was. Player props. Mostly 80 to 70 to 80% of the player props that you took cashed. That's where the value is. And you have to understand these things if you want to be a long-term sports bettor. It is so easy to pick a side, minus 120, or pick this side, even money. It's so easy to pick a spread. It's so easy to pick a total. But what if none of that, there's no value in none of that? Where do you find value? You have to find value in the game sometimes. Sometimes the value is in the game. Just that simple. The only thing that really didn't cash last night was the Justice Hill play. If you took that play, it didn't cash. Justice Hill just laid an egg. But other than that, everything else was value. And it was right there in your face. You have to understand these things if you want to be a successful bettor. And you want to make it in this game of sports betting. You have to understand these things. And you have to take accountability of those things. It may take for you to do a little bit more research and understand these players and who's on what team and what players playing where, but you have to understand these things if you want to be successful at sports betting. It can't be no simpler than that. It can't be. So if you listen to these messages, or if you one that didn't skip through my video and just went straight to the picks, and you listen to this message, I want you to put type accountability in the chat. Put accountability in the chat, and I'll be picking one winner for anybody that actually listened to this video. Now that I'm off my soapbox, let's get into these picks, man. Vikings versus Bears, minus 120. Bears are at home. All right, let's get straight into the lineups. All right, let's get straight into it, man. It's going to be battle of the QBs, man. We got J.J. McCarthy at quarterback for the Vikings. If anybody does not know, J.J. McCarthy was the rookie that they got last year. He got injured. He was out the season. But he played so good in the 2 games that he played last year. He beat Sam Bradford out of his spot, which is hard to do, to be the starter out of his spot through injury and still become the starter next year. That just shows how dominant of a quarterback he is. Even though he's a rookie, I have a lot of trust in J.J. McCarthy. He's a good QB, man. He's a good QB. They added a lot of pieces they addressed the issues that they had offensively in the run game. They addressed that with new guys, right guard Will Fries, Ryan Kelly, 2 veterans, and Christian Desar. He's kind of questionable, but I think he should play in Brian O'Neill. So the offensive line is looking amazing. They should have a great running attack. If they're going to win this game, I think they should run the ball. They have a great running attack. They got Aaron Jones and Jordan Mason. Jordan Mason was from the 49ers. He's a very explosive back as well. I think he's going to do some real good things with the Vikings. You got Adam Thielen. Adam Thielen, amazing return. This is Adam Thielen's return to the Vikings, man. He expressed his concerns with being the Carolina Panthers. He was not happy there. He was able to get out of that contract and head back over to Vikings. So I think that's an amazing piece. Obviously, you got Justin Jefferson. Jordan Addison will be out, so Adam Thielen will probably be in that receiver 2 position. Jalen Naylor, he was great all last year. I think he had a 1,000-yard rushing season, if I'm not mistaken. 1,000-yard receiving season last year, if I'm not mistaken. And then you got the beast, T.J. Hawkinson, of course. He's going to always be a beast. So looking in on the offense looks amazing. I don't think they're going to have any problem throwing the ball or running the ball at all. Going into the Bears defense, they added 2 D tackles, a linebacker, Ruben Hypolite. He's a rookie linebacker, and then they're having struggles at DB. Jalen Johnson may not be playing. Kyler Gordon is expected to play, but I could see the root of the problem in this defense is definitely going to be the DB. So that might be something the Vikings may want to attack, is throwing it through the air. But I think also the linebacker T.J. Edwards is probably going to be out. So I think the Vikings are going to be able to do it through the mostly air, but I think they should be able to have a decent running game too, because we don't know how Obengigo and Grady Jarrett are going to do on the line as well. So that may be a small loophole, but still a decent defense overall. So we'll see. They are at home. That should probably help them out a little bit. Going into the Bears offense, you got Caleb Williams at quarterback. I think this is definitely a year for Caleb Williams to prove himself, man. Last year wasn't the best. He expressed his concerns with getting hit a lot and not having room to throw the ball. Chicago Bears went and fixed this over the offseason. They got Joe Tooney at left guard, Drew Dalman at center, and Jonah Jackson at right guard. So they've addressed his issues. Now he got his guys. He got a veteran and Joe Tooney. He has a veteran in him, so let's see what he does now. He has the protection that he needs, that he asked for. He got it during the offseason. He got Luther Burden, who was amazing during the preseason. I'm very high on this guy and very, very interested to see how he does in the receiver 3 slot position. So he's going to be an amazing one that I'm high on. And then you got Zacchaeus, he's a veteran. He's a vet guy to have a receiver. And then, of course, at your running backs, you got DeAndre Swift and Rashawn Johnson. I think they both are going to do great. DeAndre Swift did amazing last year. He's a good pass catcher. They should do a great job, man. This is going to be their second year together. I think the offense should run fluidly. They have a run game. They have a passing game. They should run fluidly. You got DJ Moore, the receiver run. Rome Odunze, who had an amazing season as a rookie last year. I think the offense is looking well, man. And, of course, it's just going to all depends on if these new guys that they brought in the offensive line is going to block for Caleb Williams. But I think it should be amazing, man. I think offensively they look fluid. Defense. All right, defense. Same issues, man. Same issue with defense is going to be the DBs as well, man. They added in 2 offensive linemen as well for the Vikings, Jonathan Allen and Javon Hargrave on the line, but they look decently on the line. Linebacker is pretty decent. Ivan Pace Jr., Blake Cashman, pretty decent. It's just Taviar Thomas and Isaiah Rodgers. Isaiah Rodgers has been on 3 teams in the last 3 years, so I don't know how that's going to go. Harrison Smith, their big-time safety, is out, so they are looking pretty struggling in the secondary. If Vikings going to win this game, throwing the ball is definitely going to be there, but I do think the Bears are going to be able to run the ball over the Vikings as well, too. So with that being said, I think it's going to be a high-scoring game. Let's see what the total was again before we go into the other picks. 43.5, so not a bad total, man. I think both teams are going to be able to score. So let's get straight into our picks now that we broke the game down. All right, here's what we got. Caleb Williams over his passing touchdown. I think this is a spot that he would definitely be able to get. The lines don't look that great. He usually averages about 2 touchdowns a game, but the lines don't look like that great. But this particular role with them being at home against the Vikings defense that's struggling with their DBs, he should be able to hit this line at plus 130. You're getting this at a great price. We got it at plus 110, so plus 130. You guys should be able to get a better price than the price that I got. Good price. We'll go ahead and take that easy all day. Printing money, taking that play. DeAndre Swift over his receiving yards. Let's check it out. This is a good spot for DeAndre Swift as well, man. He's hitting this at a 50% rate. I think he will be more of the pass catching back in this game, and it's going to be a lot of dropping back for Caleb Williams. So he should get that, should easily pass over this line at plus 105. This line sitting at, and we got this line at minus 125. So it's at plus 105 now. So go ahead and grab that. If you're getting a better price, go ahead and grab that. You should be printing money. I got it at minus 125. Is at plus 105. So that's where it's at. He should be more of the like I said, he should be more of the drop back, while Rashawn Johnson should do more of the pound and ground and pound running. So that's how that's gonna go. Next pick, we got Jordan Mason. Jordan Mason, I told you, was a new addition to the Vikings. If you know anything about him at the 49ers, he was a very explosive back. Right now, that price is at minus 190. It skyrocketed. I don't know what happened made this price skyrocket, but it has skyrocketed. As you can see, I got it at minus 120. It's at minus 190 right now. So it's quite, and Novig is like the best of the best. I got it at minus 120. The price that I got it at now, literally printing money. This should hit. This should smash. On to the next one. Our exclusive play of the day, we are going with TJ Hawkinson over his receiving yards. I think TJ Hawkinson is a prime position to smash this play. JJ should have to drop back a lot in this game, man. TJ Hawkinson, he's in prime position. He's been one of the more dominant tight ends, top 5 tight end in the league to me. I think this is a guaranteed play. 42.5, that is a high total. That is a high total for receiving for a tight end, but I think TJ Hawkinson is just a beast, man. There's nothing stopping him. He's just a beast, man. He is a beast, and that is my exclusive play today. That is my most confident play. If you don't know my exclusive plays, are my most confident play, and they hit at a higher rate more than my other plays. We've been on the 4-0 hot streak right now with exclusive plays. This is going to be the 5th one, man. TJ Hawkinson over his receiving. All right. And in our last play, we are going with Adam Thielen over his over 3.5 receptions. I got this at plus 105. This is great. If you're able to get this at a better price, go ahead and take it. This is a good storyline. Adam Thielen, his return to the Vikings, will he go off? Good storyline, man. Let's see if it hits. All right, now we're going to go into our long shot parlays. If you don't know anything about my long shot parlays, is you shouldn't be doing no more over half a unit. A unit for me is $250. So a unit for me is $250. Unit for me is $500. Sorry. So half a unit, $250. You shouldn't be going over half a unit or a little bit over half a unit or quarter of a unit. These are plays that you want to put that on, but you shouldn't be going a full unit on these plays. All right. So our first play is Caleb Williams over his passing touchdown. JJ McCarthy over his passing touchdowns. We got that at plus 255. 300 pays 1,065. Next play, long shot parlay. We win a quarter of a unit. Both tight ends, Cole Kmet and TJ Hawkinson, to get a touchdown. The odds is ridiculous for this. I love this. Is probably one of my favorite plays on the day. Plus 1953, 150 pays 3,000. Amazing bet. Well, that's like probably one of my favorite plays. I don't understand why the odds are so high, but I guess it's gonna be hard for tight ends to get in the end zone in this game, I guess. Our next one, this one that everybody loves, is my running back parlay. I do it damn near every game. Jordan Mason and Aaron Jones both to get a TD. Plus 477. That 250 plays $1,442. Another one I did Jordan Mason and DeAndre Swift. I switched it up a little bit. One Bears, one Vikings. Plus 360, 250 plays 1150. TJ Hawkinson, anytime touchdown. We won a full unit on that. TJ Hawkinson to get a touchdown. I'm very high. I told you I'm very high on TJ today. 500 pays 1750. Luther Burton to get a touchdown at plus 680. We went 200, a little over a quarter of a unit. 200 pays 1560. And then Adam Thielen, obviously anytime touchdown, plus 270. 250 plays $740. And those are my plays today, man. Those are all my plays today. Make sure you guys get on these plays, man. It's going to be an amazing day today. Please be responsible. We're up 7K over the weekend, man. If you've been following my plays and you're doing your unit sizes, your unit plays, look at your bankroll, do the right unit size. If you are doing those two things, you should be up money and you should be being successful. Do not blow the whole bankroll on parlays. Please make sure you're doing your unit plays, please. Unit plays. I will always say unit plays pay the bills. Parlays are for leisure and fun. Unit plays pay the bills. Please make sure you're doing your unit plays, man. that will print money for you, that will give you longevity in the sports betting game that's already hard to make money. It is so hard to win a sports bet. I will preach over and over and over again. It is hard to win a sports bet. It is easy, but it is hard. And you will go on cold streaks. So please make sure you're following your correct unit sizes and your correct bankroll. It is your boy Prodigy with Prodigy Picks. Let's have a smashing Monday Night Football. Let's get it. Football is back, baby. Let's go.